written by Shifu for young children. It was a song I learned in summer camp when I was 12 years old at CTTB. The title is Yes Indeed, and it began like this. Yes, yes, yes indeed. The ways of the wise are what we study. And it goes on to say, when I grow up, I'll help all the people in the world so that all of us can go to enlightenment. And this was a song Shifu wrote for young children. The song left a deep impression on me, and it came to my mind as I was reflecting what Shifu's vision for education really is. To me, the song highlighted two important points. The first is the importance of knowledge and study. The second is the importance of virtue and practice. The first point, knowledge and study, is shown from Shifu's emphasis on studying the wisdom traditions, whether it is the words of the Buddha or enlightened masters, or the words of Chinese sages like Confucius or Lao Tzu. It is through the study, as Shifu wrote in the song, the ways of the wise, that we learn how we live our lives and how we act. So the second principle from Shifu's song that I got is virtue and practice, which I see it as manifesting a sense of responsibility of wanting to do good. I asked a lot of our graduates from our schools, and it seems like a universal feeling that many young people from our school have this feeling of wanting to do something that is bigger than just themselves. This sense of responsibility of wanting to contribute to the world and people around them. To me, it is very clear that Shifu wanted education to be a transformative force in society. He often says that education is the nation's foundation. And it is through educating knowledgeable and capable students who are also kind and good at heart that these young people can go to every corner of our society and become a positive force for change. So with these principles in mind, DRBU is extending education to the university level. We have put together 2 new programs hoping to fulfill Shifu's vision in education, and I'll briefly discuss them here. The first is a new program. The first new program is a bachelor's degree in liberal arts. And just like how Shifu instructed the young students to study the ways of the wise, the core curriculum of the new program includes studying the classical texts from various wisdom traditions. We will read texts from the Buddhist tradition, including the sutras, the shastras, and the biographies of eminent monks, as well as the Chinese classical traditions, the Confucius, Lao Tzu, Mencius, Zhuangzi, etc. In addition, we will also do study texts from the Indian tradition, including the Vedic texts and the Bhagavad Gita, to name a few. And on top of that, we will also study the seminal thinkers of the Western tradition, such as Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle. And so these classical texts from various traditions will form the core curriculum of DRBU's liberal arts degree. In addition to all these classical texts, students will also have a foundation in mathematics, in natural sciences, which includes biology, physics, and chemistry, as well as music, and language, and writing. So a combination of all these courses will provide a well-rounded and a strong foundation so that the students can go to any field or any profession and be able to further their study. This type of well-rounded education will prepare our students to interact with people from all walks of life, whether they be teachers, doctors, scientists, historians, people from various faiths, from various cultures, and even politicians. And because this education covers multiple traditions, a DRBU student will be well-versed in both the Eastern tradition as well as the Western tradition, in the Buddhist tradition as well as in Christian and other faith traditions. Now, The second new program we will have at DRBU is a master's degree in Buddhist classics. Students will focus their study on classical texts in the Buddhist tradition. It is a program designed for students who are interested in Buddhism, and for monastics, for religious workers, and for lay practitioners. This program combines studying as well as practice. At DRBU, we're extremely excited, truly. We're really excited to be working on these two new programs. And we really believe that these programs will allow DRBU to further fulfill Shifu's vision in education. So if you're interested in our new program, please stop by our booth, which is directly behind the big tent, when you have a chance.
And you'll sing the song?
Yeah.